MVD.
Next to
Have you seen the movie? Moana?
Not yet.
Oh, it's good. Good date night movie.
I haven't seen
Don't take me, though. Take your fiance. That was the implication.
Yeah, well, she's out of town right now. That's why I'm even allowed to be here.
Oh, then you can take me.
On the other side of the chair, we got Wisconsin's own Powpow coming to visit.
And it's going to be Villager, Sonic.
Probably.
I mean, I would say 99.8% it's going to be Villager, Sonic. You know, if anyone's going to counterpick, it's going to be PandaBair with like a Palutena, maybe, or he used to have Foxy Loxy PandaBair.
I got to play his Foxy friendlies a little bit earlier today. You're probably going to see mains.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Villager Sonic all the way through. We could see Powpow's Fox. I don't think that'll come out either, though. I'm curious to see how the pace of this matchup is going to work. I think it's going to be all about Sonic like finding ways through the wall with things like spin dash, things like mixing up and pivot grabbing around. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
It is.
Might be a really slow matchup. So gird your loins, ladies and gentlemen. We need a UR timeout emote. Mike, write that down. You're not writing that down.
I am writing that down, actually. Right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the process of writing that
Pete's
down.
Pete's got you.
To Tom Berg. Okay, make sure I get that in there.
All right.
All right, yeah, we're going to see Sonic versus Villager, and we are going to be underway here in a second.
On the off-stream set, we got Hadley Davin, Sonic versus Lucario or something on the off-stream set. But that's not what we're going to watch. We're going to watch Villager Sonic. That's the one that matters. Alrighty. Let's go.
We are underway here at...
This is the Invader, by the way. I should mention. I don't think we mentioned that. Yeah, the Invader. Yeah, in air quotes.
Yeah. Wisconsin invading us today. A little bit of every column. There's a bunch of different states repping. I played a guy from Minnesota today.
Yeah, that's dope. I love it when people come out and travel. They know Chicago's the place to be. This is where it's at. Right now, we're just seeing PandaBair press a lot of buttons, but he takes 19% off of one really quick spin dash combo.
Yeah, it's funny, too. When we were playing friendlies earlier, Panda saw Powpow coming and was like, yo, we're not going to play right now. I don't want you to see the Villager. And look what happened. Like, you suddenly now have this weird matchup where these guys are playing each other, and purposely, PandaBair had kind of evaded Powpow with the pre-warm-ups. So, all right, we have a little bit of a even game here now. PandaBair was off to a solid start until Powpow was starting to catch on to PandaBair's some of his little techniques. And, you know, Sonic, as fast as he is, you have so many different ways to approach a character like Villager, and you're basically playing, you know, evasion the game. Don't get hit by a projectile, do some guerrilla warfare, get out of there. Don't get hit by a projectile.
Yeah, guerrilla warfare is a really great way to describe it. And in that sense, PandaBair has to be very unpredictable with his wall. If Powpow smells out any one weakness in the wall of PandaBair, he'll find a way around it and he'll punish it as hard as he can.
Yeah, there is no character as fast as Sonic, especially getting through projectiles. Like, if you miss an input, you're taking a lot of damage if you're on Panda's side.
Right now, Powpow's really using that invulnerability in the little hop animation of his spin dash. And that's super important to help him find a way through these Lloyd Rockets. Otherwise, the Lloyd Rockets would really just have a super easy time with Sonic.
PandaBair getting a little aggressive in the last 20 seconds or so. He was getting right up on Sonic and just throwing out, like, hitboxes that were within Sonic's, like, jab range.
That's, PandaBair is known to turn on that aggression from time to time. He'll also time you out. Like, if he knows you're a slow character playing a slow matchup, like if he's up against Ruins, like at Hidden Bosses 4.0 or whichever Hidden Bosses was the last one. That's something that can happen.
Panda's one of the smartest players in our scene. He's kind of evolved into that, where he has every different... oh my god, there was no way out. It was either the up tilt or the tree, and one of them had to be chosen.
And yep, that's going to be all she wrote there for that stock. It's going to be a Rageless Sonic now trying to find a way to kill a Villager, and if Villager's good at anything, it's just being obnoxious. It's staying alive.
We're halfway through in the time now already. Back throw, not quite going to kill. Basically, all Panda has to do here to win the game isn't even kill Sonic, it's stay alive.
For 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
You know, rack up a little bit more damage.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of pace he wants. Like, if he can burn a minute on the clock and add about, like, 50, 60% onto Sonic, that's exactly the way he wants to play. But this back throw has other ideas.
It did get there. It was close, too, because he had already staled it a couple seconds before that.
I think he had landed enough moves in the staleness queue to make sure it killed. However,
he's still got an uphill battle to climb, though. Panda does have a little bit of a lead. You know, the clock will always be ticking down in a villager matchup, and it's just a thing you have to know to be aware of, especially with both of these characters playing, you know, passively until they're close, is the best way I can put it. Sonic stays away and tries to get in. Villager stays away, throws a projectile.
And right now, oh, okay. That does have that little hop when you pop those balloons. That's why it's like, I've never seen someone kill a villager by popping their balloons. And I don't think I ever will.
And I quote, a conversation they had right before this bracket started was Powpow saying, I can't believe Villager gets popped up when the balloons break, and Panda goes, yeah, it's kind of busted.
It's silly.
We saw it in real time. They didn't even know they were going to play each other.
Oh, dodging that axe. That axe could have, I don't think would have killed yet, but it would have been pretty violent.
Definitely not the worst plan to go for, just try to win the game outright. You have a little bit of that percentage lead. But you got to be careful now. Sonic's starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah, Sonic really only needs 1 or 2 spin dash combos to even this thing up, but he can't take too much damage in the meantime, and he can't get caught by another one of these traps.
Oh, wow, that looked really weird.
It's because the water made it weird. It like kind of, I think Powpow jumped. Did he jump?
He may have. That's just one of those little tricks that Panda has. He knows how to utilize the game mechanics so well.
Did he do a jump animation? Okay, Panda doesn't know. I think that he did the jump, and then the water like knocked him up a little bit, and then the tree also hit it. So that's 2 tree KOs in Panda's back pocket. Starting out game 1 against the Wisconsinite.
Yeah,
Wisconsonian?
It's a great start, no question about it.
Wisconsin? What is it? Yeah, is it Wisconsinite? That sounds weird, though.
I know.
It sounds like something out of the Bible.
It's because you're saying the word Wisconsin.
Oh.
It's just a strange word to say. Wisconsin. It's a lot of letters.
And we see the Nightwing coaching. These two both traveled here from Wisconsin.
To be fair, Illinois is also.
Now I've said the word Wisconsin so many times it just sounds weird entirely. It's just like when you.
It's like the word scuba. Scuba. I was
gonna say moist. Moist.
Okay, so both of those are TV show references, and we are terrible at original thinking.
Nightwing smiling. He didn't hear what I actually said, but that's okay. We're getting into the game too, and I did not see the counter pick. It'll be Final Destination. That actually makes plenty of sense. I imagine Duck Hunt was a ban.
Probably. Although, I'd be surprised to see Villager ban Duck Hunt when he has so much room to camp on it.
You know, Villager winning these trades on the outset here, but 1 spin dash combo. That's going to put Powpow in a 15% lead, which can disappear, obviously, in an instant. This is Smash Brothers for Wii U. Using that grab and vulnerability, though, to make sure that Lloyd Rocket didn't do any damage is a nice little touch. And here, we are resetting into this neutral. See, that, like I said, he has a 15% lead, and then it just, you know, disappeared. That's the way these things go.
That was a really well-spaced Lloyd Rocket there. To force Sonic to, if he was going to come in at all, he was going to hit the Lloyd Rocket. And Powpow, and many Sonic players for that matter, sometimes it's hard for you to not pull the trigger when you see an opening.
Oh! That was not the best trade I've ever seen.
Let me just pop open Rutherford Heights, and yeah, he read him pretty hard.
I can honestly say I've never heard a commentator reference Rutherford Heights, but speaking of reads, that was a nice hit, but then he's going to cancel his momentum with that Lloyd Rocket and stay alive. This edge guard's not over yet.
No, it's not.
And that is going to help him out majorly after eating a bowling ball to the face. Even game.
M2K would have teched him.
He just made that up.
Would M3K have teched him?
That's a question we'll have to ask him.
All right, Panda's still retaining the lead. Powpow's actually played pretty well from behind.
This game's already way more aggressive than Game 1.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think Powpow kind of realized that if he was going to have to fight Panda and the clock, that bad things were going to eventually happen.
Especially losing that stock that early. He needed to go for a very high risk, but also a very high reward setup there, and it worked out for him. Speaking of high risk,
yeah,
gonna go for that dare spike.
It's not as high risk as it looks. It's actually very easy to cancel, but man, he went for like the hard read risk on that particular one.
If Panda had read it, I think he could have like went for a dare on the spring back up. That's what made it more high risk, less than the suicide risk, because as you said, Powpow's very calculated about this sort of thing.
Yep.
Ooh, and you know, he's miscalculating a little bit on these spin dash combos. I wonder if that's the DI of Panda messing him up, or if it's just the floaty character.
I think it's a little bit of both, but Powpow has done well to, like, when he misses a spin dash combo, just recover and start a new one. Or just, like, read you immediately.
Sonic's pretty good at that. He's so safe, even when he, like, dash attacks, like, all the way across the stage. If you cross up on the shield, you can get away with it sometimes, especially against Villager. Villager's one of those characters with very slow horizontal movement on the ground.
Panda's had such dirty-looking setups where, like, he'll see you in shield, so he'll drop the Lloyd Rocket, jump over you, and try to read the roll with, like, a slingshot. And, like, as Villager...
Oh, there it goes. That tree, again, going to be the bugaboo here. And that's going to send Powpow to the lower bracket.
Look how happy he is. How do you not root for that guy? Everybody roots for PandaBair. That was really good stuff from Panda. He had some incredible kills that game. No question about it. He makes Villager look hype. That's hard to do.
And he... You know, the thing that was so impressive is he just showed that, like, tree is